Video class. Our topic of discussion today is simple interest and compound interest. From the table above, we have simple interest column and we have compound interest column. Under the simple interest column, we have I equals PRT all over 100. Under the compound interest column, we have A equals P, open bracket, 1 plus R over N, close bracket, raised to power NT. Then the second one under the simple interest column is A equals P plus I. Then the second one under the compound interest column is I equals A minus P, where I is interest, P is the principal or original money invested, R is the rate, T is the time. Then small r here under this compound interest column is also the rate, where small n is the number of times that the interest is compounded per annum. I repeat, small n is the number of times that the interest is compounded per annum. Then the small t is the time period. Now, we have questions here to be solved. The question number 1 says, find the simple interest on the following. A, we have 720 at 5% per annum in 4 years. B, we have 3080 at 2% per annum in 3 years. The second question, we have find the principal which gives simple interest of 245 at 3% per annum in 2.5 years. Then B, part of the question, we have 629 at 7% per annum in 5 years. Now, I will solve one question each from the 2 questions that we have there, and I want you to solve the remaining 2 questions. So I'll take the first one. What are the data supplied in the question? We are asked to find the simple interest on the following, which implies interest I is unknown, 720 is the principal, P, then 5% is the rate. So we have our R to be equals to 5%. Then T is the time, which is given us 4 years. So from there, what is the basic equation? The basic equation is I equals PRT all over 100. We put the figures given there. We have I equals 720 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 all over 100. 720 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 will give us 14400 all over 100. When we put our calculator, we divide, we have 144, which implies our interest there equals 144. Now, second part of the question, 2a. We also find the principal, which implies the unknown here is the principal. So we write P equals to unknown, which gives interest of 245 naira at the rate 3%. The time is 2.5 years. And take note, 2.5 years is the same as saying 2.5 years. What is the basic equation? We have I equals PRT all over 100. We input the figure is given. We have I245 equals P unknown multiplied by 3, which is interest, multiplied by 2.5, which is the year, all over 100. When we cross multiply, we have 245 multiplied by 100 equals 7.5p. We make p the simple formula. We have our p equals 24500 all over 7.5. And when we punch our calculator, we have our p to be equals to 3266.667. Class, I will employ every one of us to solve the deep part of the 2 questions, meaning question 1b, attempt it, question 2b, attempt it. In the next question, next class, we shall be solving questions under compound interest. Thank you. All right, class. We have questions to be solved under compound interest. we are asked to find the compound interest on the following. A part of the question, 520 naira at 6% per annum in 2 years. B part of the question, 2540 at 3% per annum in 4 years. C part of the question, 7,000 naira at 5% per annum in 3 years. D part of the question, 6,935 at 4% per annum in 4 years. Now, I'll solve the first one and I want the class to solve the remaining question. Follow the way I solve mine. Solving questions under compound interest is very easy. Here we'll be applying the formula to solve the question. So the first one, we are asked to find compound interest. Here we are talking about compound interest. So we have our I, which is the unknown, on 520, which is the principal. So principal equals to 520. Our R equals 6%. Our T equals to 2 years. And our N equals to 1. Why do we have our N to be 1? Because they said per annum. In the last class, recall that we said N is the number of times that the interest is compounded per year. So here, it said that interest is per annum, meaning it is compounded once every year. So here, our N equals to 1. But we know that interest equals to amount minus principal. So which imply we must get the amount first, since we have the principal here, which is 520. And what is the basic formula for the amount? Amount equals P open bracket 1 plus R over N close bracket raised to power NT. So we input the data given. A equals 520 open bracket 1 plus 6% equals 6 over 100 close bracket, the N is 1 times 2, which is the T. Here we have 520 open bracket 1 plus 0.06 raised to power 2, 520 open bracket 1.06 raised to power 2. That will give us 1.1236 times 520. We have 584.272. 584.272 is the amount, but here we are asked to find the interest. So interest equals to 584.272 minus 520, and that will give us 64.272. Class, I want us to solve number B part of the question, C part of the question, and D part of the question, following the same concept, following the way that I explained the solution here. If you follow it strictly, we will see that solving the other questions are very simple. Thank you.